Hello, everybody. My name is. Well, you really don't care what my name is. So, yeah, you can probably tell I'm tired. This is probably my third or fifth take. I make a lot of mistakes when it comes to making my videos, so I do a lot of takes, and I try to make each one better than the other. So, alright, so 3 years ago, the first Avengers movie came out, and a lot of people were concerned because, well, we were hoping that movie would be good. Thankfully, it was. It was a great movie, and despite people, still having some issues with it, it was still a very big success, and we were all looking forward to the sequel, especially with Ultron. I mean, let's face it, Ultron is without question one of the best villains in the Marvel Universe. And when we were found out who would be voicing him and saw that trailer with him, it was great. I mean, we were all looking forward to it, and I love how we got to see Quicksilver, Scarlet Witch, and Vision in this movie. So it was, we were all waiting to see if it would be good or not with all of them together. Because even though you can have a great cast and, the good story, you gotta make sure it's a big success. Otherwise, you're probably not gonna be able to make another one. Thankfully, with Disney backing them up, Marvel was able to make a successful sequel. This one was great. It was fun. It was full of action that we all know and love with the Avengers involved. And, some great moments too, especially a lot of funny moments, which I loved. But uh, I want to go into some details about what went on in this movie, at least what made it a big success in my view. I'm not going to spoil a lot. I'm not going to tell you what happened here and there, but there is going to be some small spoilers, so keep that in mind. Let's start off first with the characters. I love the introduction to Ultron, Scarlet Witch, Quicksilver, and Vision. All of them were a great addition to the Avengers. The voice actor for Ultron, perfect. I loved him, and Ultron in this movie, granted, he was a little different than I was expecting, but man, he was still a threat to these guys. And I love how, at times he acts all polite and acts like, what he's trying to do is justified. But man, when you piss him off, you do not want to be in his way. He will try to kill you, and he definitely showed that. I especially love the interaction he has with Jarvis, who would later become Vision. I love the interaction the first time these two talked, because Jarvis, he finds out what Ultron is going to try to do, and Ultron, tries to justify his action, especially after finding out everything about humanity's history and the Avengers involved, and realizes they're a big threat, so he tries taking Jarvis out. We will later see these two interact again, and it's great. I love seeing these two interact. It was pretty good. I especially love how Ultron even interacts with the twins, with Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch, who he listens to their backstory, and yeah, I like the interaction between these three as well. Speaking of the twins, how were they in this movie? First off, I love Scarlet Witch. I think they gave her a lot of time for character development, and she kicked ass in this movie. Quicksilver as well. He had a lot to live up to, especially with how Quicksilver in X-Men Days of Future Past went. In this one, he did well. He was funny. He kicked ass, and I like the interaction he has with Hawkeye. Especially the funny moments they have. So it was fun. I like that between these two. I like the back and forth between these two. So that was fun. Hawkeye, let me say, in this movie, he got more time in this movie. And unlike in the last one, where we got more time with him in the final battle, in this one, he got more time. We got to know more about him, and he was funny. He was probably one of the few funny men that I enjoyed watching this movie. Him, Tony Stark, Ultron, and Quicksilver, all of them had great funny moments, especially Vision. Oh my god. You'll see what I mean when you see him in the movie. Trust me, you're not going to want to miss that. Hulk, the Hulk and Black Widow, there's something between these two that we never saw in the Avengers movie or anywhere else. to me, it felt like they just threw this in there, and we're expected to believe that these two are supposed to be together. But at first, you don't see it. But after a while, when you see more about Scarlet Witch's, Black Widow's past, you see that, wow, maybe there could be something between these two. I mean, we obviously didn't see anything with her and Captain America, despite her hitting on him or whatever. It was nice to see something between her and Hulk, so I liked it, and I thought they should have had something maybe at the last Avengers movie, but it's fine. I still liked it, and I'm looking forward to seeing what else happens if Hulk shows up in the next Captain America movie, which we know is Civil War. All the other characters, they did well. It was fun to see them all in this movie, and I am looking forward to seeing them again in the future. Now, the next thing I wanted to talk about were the special effects. How were they? They were pretty good too. I liked them. I especially love when we had the Avengers fighting. I love that, and especially the design for Ultron and Vision, because a lot of people were concerned how Vision would look. A lot of people were concerned how Ultron looked. I had a problem with the appearance of Ultron in the first trailer, but I think it was still well done. I liked how he moved, how he talked, how he did show some expression. Not the kind we have, but it's still, you could tell you do not want to piss him off, or you could tell that he is, trying to trying to be funny or anything. I liked it. And the same thing with Vision. I was concerned myself how he was gonna look, especially with after seeing the poster or even seeing that one scene from the trailer. But it was still good. I liked it, and it was great design that they had. It definitely looks like the Vision we know from the comics. The Ultron design, not like from the comics, but it was still pretty good design. I was very happy how they looked. Granted, there are some moments in the movie where the special effects seemed a little like, what the fuck? Like, it's just a few of these things that happen, but yeah, I was like, ugh, that looks stupid. That doesn't look good. Especially Iron Man in the opening. You'll find out what I mean when you see it. But yeah, it feels like, wow, there's so much going on, and it feels like it's a little, it's a fun to see the action going on, but you could tell, like, oh, that looks a little dumb, but it's still not bad. I enjoyed it. All right, so anything else about the special effects? I think that's pretty much it I can think about. That's all I can think about that I had a problem with, and that I actually approved. Every other special effect in the movie was still well done, and I liked it, especially the fight between Hulk and Hulkbuster Iron Man, or as they call it in this movie, Veronica. I don't even know how they came up with that, but it was still good. I like the fight between these two. But yeah, they probably killed a lot of people. So Stark, despite you trying to save everybody, you kind of killed a lot of people with Hulk. So, what else? What about the story? Was the story good? Yes, the story was good. Uh, I did feel like everybody got their own airtime in this movie, except Hydra. I don't get what was the point of having Hydra in that movie if you remember in the Captain America, the second one movie, I thought they were going to be a big threat in the Avengers. I thought, this was actually in my mind. I thought Ultron was going to work with Hydra, but instead, no, that's not what happened. Hydra was taken out early in the movie, and that's it. We don't hear from them ever again. We don't see them again, so I was like, really? So Hydra's not going to be a threat anytime soon? I don't know how to think. I don't know how to feel about that. But it's fine. It's fine. Everything else, I like the story here. I like what happened. Ultron's plan, I liked it too. I like just everything else in this movie was great. So I was happy with it, and I'm looking forward to the next few Marvel movies before we get to the Avengers, which I heard, and I think we all know, is going to be with the Infinity Stone. So can't wait to see that. So I would say this movie is worth watching. It's a lot of fun. If you guys love the Avengers or are curious about this movie, I would recommend checking it out. And you know, you can even take your kids. It's a good time, and you'll have fun with it. There is a mid post credit scene. I wouldn't recommend staying for that, but I stayed to the very end, and trust me, guys, there is no post credit scene at the end. There's none. I stayed at the very end. Everybody else stayed in the end, but when we saw there was nothing there, we all groaned because we were disappointed. But yeah, there is a mid post credit scene that I would recommend checking out. So if you guys have a different opinion about this movie, leave some comments below. Let me know what you think. I'll be here next time to give you more love and more entertainment. Take care. See you next time, and good night. Oh, I'm so tired. I want to go to bed.